Election rigging, manipulation starts with voter registration. I am worried of the expanding empire of the courts in determining who becomes the winner of election in our country.
Because an unpopular government who know that they cannot win an election when it comes to free, fair, and credible polls, know that the only option they have today is electoral malpractice, a corrupt INEC, and a corrupt judiciary.
Nigeria, Africa's biggest democracy. More than 200 million people, millions of voters. For every election, Nigerians they come out, make them vote for who go lead the country. But one serious question they ground. Wetin happen to the votes after people don't vote? Recently, former resident electoral commissioner for INEC, Mike Igini, talk for one important conference wey bring together electoral officials, judicial people, and lawmakers for National Assembly. The message wey him carry come clear well. Nigeria election system dey face serious trust problem. Igini talk say many Nigerians still believe in democracy. Dem wake up early, stand for long queue, cast their vote. But somewhere between the polling unit and the final announcement of results, trust they disappear.
Police don't come snatch our ballot box.
Can you see what is happening now? They want to make sure they suppress others from voting. This is unfair. This is madness. This is not civilization. This is what they call criminality and corruption of the highest order.
Now, the conduct of election, as referenced by the chairman, is a very complex process. It's an all-involving process that nations embark on in peacetime. Because it has implication. Its credibility, its outcomes have implication for stability and sustainability of democracy itself. And so, the credibility of election is very key, because what rekindles hope and confidence in the ballot is a credible election, wherein the people believe that those who are exercising authority, exercising power, are exercising power on behalf of them based on the fact that they have been granted two critical factors, which are authorization and accountability. But where that is lacking, what you have is a problem. You all remember what happened in 2011. Then from there we migrated to the smart card reader in 2015. And in 2015, to tell you that as INEC is planning, politicians are also planning, try to look at the process, how to going to bypass the process. In 2015, we now said, look, we need to identify people having successfully, because Jega leadership was the first who success. No, we didn't start it, but the very first successful compilation of biometric register was done under the Jega leadership. And we are part of that effort. Now, it was now decided that we need to confirm your fingerprint. That was the idea of Carida. Carida was now introduced. For the purpose of inclusivity, ladies and gentlemen, we knew that there were some Nigerians who have issues with their fingers. We now decided to have an application in the Carida to take into account those who don't have fingers. Ladies and gentlemen, the presiding officer we trained, they went to various communities. Suddenly, the whole community no longer have fingers. They were now using that application.
My people, before we continue, like this video, share and make more Nigerians see am, subscribe to the channel, drop your comment. According to Igini, the biggest problem no really dey where people vote, The real danger dey when dem begin collate results. For polling unit, people dey watch. Party agents dey there. Observers dey there. Everything dey open. But once results comot from polling unit, go ward collation center, local government and state level, things fit change. Numbers fit shift. Results fit turn another thing. And that one dey make people lose confidence for the system. The problem no stop there. Most election cases now dey end for court. Ideally, judiciary suppose protect electoral justice. But again, one say controversial judgment and suspicion of compromise don make many Nigerians begin doubt the system. For plenty voters today, election no really finish for election day. Election finish for courtroom.
Achieving credible election requires multi-stakeholder responsibility of the following key stakeholders. You have the INEC at the top, saddled with responsibility to midwife democratic competition. Number two, you have the judiciary. And number three, you have the security agencies. And I am happy that many of you who are here today, in the part of the latter part of my lecture, you will see how our effort over time have ensured that you play your role impartially and professionally as security agent and all that. Then, of course, political party, candidates, the civil society, voter, and the media. But
Nigeria today is almost completely in the hands of criminal elements, and from top to bottom, what we call government is organized criminality. So for more than 2 years after the 2023 charade that was conducted by Mahmoud Yakubu, where he collected more than 300 billion and claimed that electronic technology will be the game changer, but somehow there was a glitch. He was not held to account. He has been nominated and confirmed to become an ambassador.
And the results: voter apathy. Less people they come out to vote. Many Nigerians don't believe say their votes not really count. For democracy, this kind belief fit dey very dangerous. But again, no just talk about problem. Him also suggest solution. One major reform: electronic transmission of results straight from polling unit. Meaning say, once votes don't count for polling unit, the result go send immediately to central digital system. No long movement, no plenty handling. If that system work well, it go reduce chance for anybody to manipulate result during collation. Transparency go increase. People go fit verify results themselves. And maybe trust go start to come back.
I've made the point. If Nigeria will die, it will die because of we lawyers. They will die because of we lawyers. Both the bar and the bench. Both the bar and the bench. Because Section 160 in 2010 when we came on board subjected INEC to the control of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We wrote a memo to Mr. President Goodluck Jonathan, whose victory for due process and democracy was very clear. It was Jonathan that, look, we need a further freedom for our democracy to survive. Jonathan initiated the process for the first alteration of Section 160. We stated clearly that of all the executive bodies established under Section 153, with respect to the Independent National Electoral Commission, its powers to make regulation and determine its own procedure shall not be subject to the direction or control of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That was what Jonathan did and gave us freedom. Secondly, 48 hours to the election, Section 52, subsection 2 of the 2010 Act that expressly prohibited the use of electronic system in our elections. In order to give room for the use of the carrier, President Jonathan assented to it 48 hours before that election. Those were the things that we put in place as safeguards to make our democracy work. It's a student that have paid exam that should be repeating exams. I'll be asked to repeat exam now by discussing these things that we have discussed before.
For Nigeria, the stakes high. Democracy no be only about voting, na about believing say your vote really count. Mike Igini message simple. If Nigeria election system no fit earn back the trust of the people, the foundation of democracy will continue to weak. But if real reform happen, Nigeria fit move closer to election where truly reflects the will of the people. So, the real question now be this: Nigerian leaders ready to fix the system, or trust of the voters go continue to disappear? For millions of Nigerians, the future of their democracy depend on the answer.
Finally and conclusively at the court. And so the sound of democracy is a sound that will never stop at playing, because the broad outline of the 21st century is clear. It offers opportunity for people who can live together, who can work together, and give not only to themselves, but for future generations, whose faces we are yet to see, whose name we may never know. All of whom should be able to say that indeed we left behind a heritage of a credible democratic framework for our country. Thank you.
Abeg, drop your own opinion on the comment section. Make we reason this matter together. And please, like this video, share and make more Nigerians see them. Subscribe to the channel and drop your comment. Because the more engagement where this video gets, na there YouTube go push am, make more people join the conversation. Thank you for watching, and I go see you again for our next video. Stay safe.